What were 29 exotic snakes doing in a UK trash bin? Desperate people have long used fire and police stations as safe places to leave, um, unwanted animals more often are either dropped at animal rescue facilities or set free outdoors. But last week, 29 snakes were left at a fire station in the northeast of England in the trash. In the wee hours of February 14th, a passerby walking behind the Farringdon Community Fire Station in a quiet suburb of Sunderland noticed a pair of tied off pillowcases, partially full, slumped against the fire station's trash bins, and the sacks were moving. They were full of snakes. 13 ball pythons in a variety of colors, each about 3 feet long, were split between the two bags. The next day, firehouse staff discovered two more pillowcases left inside the bin. One was stuffed with 15 corn snakes, the other with a male carpet python that can reach 9 feet in length. An inspector from the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, I guess the UK's PETA, secured the snakes and took them for a veterinary checkup. 28 of them are now warm and safe, and one died. But if they hadn't been found, all 29 snakes would have ended up dumped at the nearest landfill. Meanwhile, the mystery of who bagged them up and banned them in the cold remains unsolved, and authorities are scratching their heads. Despite firehouses' reputation as safe havens, the location may have been incidental. If someone had wanted the snakes to be found, we would expect them to have used the front steps of the station. Whoever did this discarded them without any concern for the animals, and they went around back to avoid being found out. None of the found snakes are venomous, and all are exotic. Royal pythons come from West and Central Africa, carpet pythons are from Australia, and corn snakes are North American. The rescued animals appear to have come from a collector or a breeder. Banning snakes isn't just cruel, it's also against the law. It is illegal under the amended Wildlife and Countryside Act of 1981 to release or allow to escape any species that are not native to the UK. If caught, an offender could face a £20,000 fine and up to 6 months in jail. Non-native species could pose a serious threat to our native wildlife. Case in point, consider the devastation in the Florida Everglade caused by escaped Burmese pythons, aggressive, sometimes 20-foot long snakes that are eating their way through the native wildlife and outcompeting native species for food and other resources. The UK has just 4 native snakes, 2 species of grass snake, and they also have invasive species that have introduced a deadly snake fungal disease that now threatens these native animals, which are already declining due to habitat loss and other factors. Even if they had managed to escape the sacks, none of the snakes dropped off in these 2 incidents would be able to survive long in the UK winter. A guy notes that the pythons, while not rare, would be worth as much as $2,000 on the collector's market. And reptile ownership has grown significantly in the past decade. Conservatively, UK citizens today own more than 2 million pet snakes, with royal pythons, ball pythons, and corn snakes 2 of the most popular species. The rescued animals were deemed healthy by the veterinarian. He says it's unusual for the RSPCA to deal with such a high volume of reptiles. Quote, we'll occasionally pick up, say, a lizard walking up the high street of the village, but that's a one-off. Then again, tomorrow we might find 29 bearded dragons abandoned. To this day, the case is still under investigation, and if they learn who committed the crime, they certainly want them disqualified from having animals in the future. And you can contact the RSPCA if you have, I guess, info about this. I mean, it's over a year old, so I don't know. Yeah. This has been your host, Luke. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe for more. This is not an anaconda. It is a blue pit viper. Have a good day. It's also a stock photo. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe for more. Peace out, bro.